All right, welcome to episode 34 of the YYC Real Estate Show. We got myself, Sebastian, and of course, Sheraz. This is going to be an update for the week of, second week of November.
Second week of November, yeah. We did a nice first week of November update back at your property that's now firmed up.
Firm sold.
So very exciting news. This is a really nice property out in Cochrane for those that caught that episode. So we'll give an update into week number 2 and current active listings in Calgary right now. All of the sectors involved, detached apartments, semi-detached townhouses. So 2,635. Again, we're still in low inventory status. So which is why we're still seeing a lot of investors, Ontario, BC, out of province. And I'm now seeing even...
I mean, my question is with that, like, it's been low for, 2 years now?
Yeah.
At what point is that the new normal? Like, when would you consider the new normal?
No, I mean, eventually it will level out because real estate is a graph which shows a wave. And that's the yearly industry. You'll see a yearly wave no matter what. It's just that wave moves up and down with the prices.
Yeah.
And if you look at the historically, there's a few dips in that number, but it's still waves. So you have, 2006 as a big bump, you have 2021 as a big bump, right? So there's going to be those waves. So it's my opinion and what the statistics show, this will eventually level out. Now they say it takes about 18 months for it to correct. Mm-hmm. So they took the necessary steps, the Bank of Canada, the things they're trying to do. They've taken the necessary steps. So basically imagine 18 months from when they took those steps, and they've been taking those steps in mid throughout this year.
Yeah.
So I would imagine...
I hear that they're taking more steps even with immigration, where they're saying we're finally going to start considering housing as part of like the equation when it comes to how many immigrants they're going to bring into the country, right? And it's a bunch of different factors. I mean, here in Calgary, we're in a very unique situation from the rest of the country just because we are so desirable compared to Vancouver and Toronto. So even if the rest of Canada is like doing things, we're in our own kind of unique ecosystem with the market.
Yeah, it's a fortunate position to be in. We've been here our whole lives, and we love and couldn't speak more highly of YYC. So it's fortunate to be in Alberta with the rules we have, the relaxed rules, I'll say. And to go a further step, it's even more of a benefit to be in Calgary, YYC. So because Edmonton market is not like our market. So
yeah.
This is a number we haven't seen in a long time. So we look at the weekly sales. What were the total sales from last week to now, a week later? There's only 451.
451.
You know how we were looking in the 700s, 800s for a week?
Yeah.
Only 451 for the
last
second week of November. And of course, we saw some 4 or 5 million ones before.
Yeah.
So now you have a 2,222,000. Somebody really likes the number 2.
Yeah.
And then 2,095,000. And what were the lowest in the last week? Oh, again, that building where I did a deal, Chinatown.
Yeah.
116 3rd Ave, 116,000.
I mean, units just keep on flying out of there.
Well, look at the price.
Yeah.
It's just a little over 100,000.
Hard to beat that.
Yeah. So. But, it's a 355 square foot loft, right? So
Go back to the most expensive. I love acreages with good residential properties, and the second most expensive was an acreage with a residential.
So this is Springbank.
Yeah.
The highest one. Okay, so you're talking this acreage.
Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, 9 acres. Now I'm curious if this was land value or actually.
It's in the neighborhood of Belvedere. So for those that don't know where Belvedere is, it is right here, 17th Ave Southeast and Stony Trail. So it's a new area. So a lot of new residential is being there. So that's why these acreages are taking into effect the trend that they're going to get bought out by builders and it's going to get rezoned
for
multifamily, or not even multifamily, just residential housing. But so yeah, that's 9 acres for $2 million. Only 51 days on market. It's tough. I know firsthand how tough it is to sell acres, and people think, well, I have so many acres for sale, but on average, it sometimes takes a year to sell those.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, also pricing like acreage is very difficult, right? Because it's every acreage offers its own unique aspects to it, and I feel like for me personally, that's one of the toughest properties to price is acreage.
It's tough. Yeah. You have to take into consideration the land value alone, which you can calculate for sure no matter where you are. So you calculate the land value, but then where the tough part comes is how much of a value do you put on the types of properties and existing items that are on the land.
Yeah.
One dwelling, a mobile home perhaps, a barn, a few outhouses and shed, right?
Yeah.
Does it have a view, right? But that again, that's the land.
Yeah.
I'm saying after that, it's about what's there. And what was here was, a Quonset, 36 by 32 Quonset, a 4,000 square foot heated shop, plus the bungalow.
What is a Quonset?
It's basically a big storage unit for where you kind of put your farm equipment. So it's a fancy word for a big shed. So that would be your Quonset.
Oh, very nice Quonset. Yeah, so this is land value.
Oh, look at that. Classic.
Wow.
A lot of parties there in the 60s because this was built in the 1950s.
Yeah. Yeah. Wallpaper's making a comeback. Maybe not like that, but taking a comeback.
Yeah, so this is definitely land value because it's zoned DC. So it's already zoned for future urban development. So
yeah. Great property. Yeah. Great property. Honestly, and you could even say in 5 to 10 years, this property's maybe going to be worth double the price.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. Good investments. Calgary's a good place to invest. Anybody's listening from Ontario, Vancouver, let us know. I mean, we actually got some good properties for sale as far as like long-term investment as well.
Yeah. So talk to us about how your property that you listed, the new build, turned into 3 deals, and all of them firmed up now?
Yeah, so I guess it was technically 2 deals, but as a realtor, when we help the buyer and the seller, we consider it 2 deals, even if it's on the same property. So I ended up getting a call, and the person not only wanted to buy the property that I had for sale through me, they also wanted me to sell their property too, right? And so the offer that they had was conditional to the sale of their own home, but since I was the one selling their home, it made it much easier, and it gave the buyer and the seller a lot more confidence to put these kind of offers in, because even still, like, people don't really like sale of buyer's home offers. Buyers don't like putting that condition because they can be taken off. Right.
There's a clause.
Yeah.
So for those that out there don't know, or if they've ever heard or dealt with a time clause, 48 hour, 72 hour, 24 hour time clause, that means they've accepted an offer with a sale of buyer's home condition, and that time clause can be put into effect if another offer better is presented to them.
Yeah.
They like this new offer, okay. The time starts as soon as they give notice to that buyer that they're in contract with now. And it's really tough for that buyer because you have your place listed, you're selling it to buy that place you have locked up under contract, but now you have 48 hours to be like, I'm going to make a firm sale on that regardless of what happens. What if their home doesn't sell? So it puts them...
Yeah, exactly. What if their home doesn't sell, and what does that mean is that they can't remove their financing condition. Mm-hmm. Sure, they could do the inspection real quick. That's possible, but it's just the financing that's usually the toughest part with that. It's like they can't get approved in 2 days, in 48 hours. Yeah. But since I was organizing that whole deal, everything went through very smoothly, really, really smoothly, I would say. I think when they put in the offer to the house I was listing, they kind of got a bad expectation of how that whole thing goes, because they were texting me every day, be like, oh, the deal's not moving forward, like, what's going on, why have you not gotten updates? And I was like, actually, this is normal. The realtor, they have 2 weeks to remove conditions, and they're not gonna be on the ball like we were, because we were very preemptive with everything. And after the inspection, they didn't want to negotiate price or anything. Everything was just waived, and it's all going very well. I'm just hoping that I can get them into their new property early so they can have a week to move, but that all depends on their bank and if they are capable of getting that bridge loan. But yeah, no, it's been a great experience for them and for me too. Very happy about closing 3 deals this month, so that's good.
No, congratulations. It's always hard having to deal with the sale of buyer's home, but you're in a very fortunate position because you're representing the seller, which is really rare.
I think that's the way it should be done.
Yeah, honestly. To be honest, that's the only way it can be smooth. Yeah. Right? Unless that buyer that's coming along with that sale of buyer's home has such a desirable and immaculate home that as soon as it hits the market, it's just going to sell right away. So that's the only situation where it would be smooth if an agent came your way with those buyers, right? Yeah, but what I want to talk about, speaking about buyers, is I love when I get first-time home buyers. It's so exciting for me to guide a young couple or a young professional ready to buy their very first piece of real estate. So I really take pride in like answering their questions A to Z, outlining things they would have never thought about or factored in, because they're just looking at, okay, well, this is my mortgage, awesome, I can afford this, and then I have to remind them, that's your mortgage payment, then you have property taxes, then you have home insurance, then you have your utilities, and that's all that's required for your home. So then that number jumps by $1,000, $1,200.
Yeah.
And on top of that, they have their car insurance, their gas, their groceries, their shopping, their eating out, like life. So, a lot of times first-time home buyers look at that mortgage payment and just budget for that mortgage payment. And then they're like shocked and surprised if they're not educated properly, right? So, it was really exciting for me to take these first-time home buyers, a really lovely couple that moved here from Ontario, and they want to be in Cochrane. And so I was showing them around Cochrane for a couple of weeks. And it came down to the husband, his work truck couldn't fit in any of the garages.
Yeah. That's a big thing here in Alberta. Yeah.
So many of their houses didn't meet, everything was great. They wanted that house. It's just that the garage didn't work. So he was very adamant that I'm not getting rid of this work truck. This is always going to be the size and length of my work truck. And I need it to be inside, right? So I started thinking about it a little bit more, and there was a few options for them, but then the home it was older home with a big oversized garage. So as a first-time home buyer, if you're fortunate enough, obviously it's a day and night difference of a brand new property versus an existing one. Investment-wise, it's a no-brainer if you can get something brand new. You have the warranty, all the appliances are brand new, they're under warranty, so no one's ever flushed a toilet, used a sink. It's really amazing, right? It's a really good feeling to buy something brand new. So I'm happy to say that, what I had to do was get out the measuring tape, go see a few new builds in Cochrane, see if their truck could fit. So I found a new build with an attached double, not a detached, that's oversized.
Oh.
So I did the measurements, it worked. I asked them to come out with the truck. And I got there early and I made sure there was no nails because it's under construction, and I swept that side of the garage and the interior, and they showed up, reversed the truck into the garage, and it fit like a glove with,
like a glove,
six inches to spare. And he's like, I'm going to park 6 inches from the wall, gets out and sees that there's a foot and a little bit in the front. Mm-hmm. So he's like, yeah, done. This is the house for us. So this is the one.
Wow.
Pending.
He bought a house for his truck.
Yeah, exactly. But this is the one. There's my name right there for pending, and they bought a brand new, and it'll be ready in March 1.
Oh, good.
Potentially April with the delays, but
that's pretty good.
They're in a good position. They're in a lease until May anyways.
Looks like we're doing a lot of deals in Cochrane this week, huh?
Yeah. It's been a week out there. And then I had coffee with the guys that own Element Cafe. I always go in there and get my coffee, and they're going to be on the show fairly soon, but they've been very busy. And why they've been busy is they have a few other locations coming, and one is going to be in Cochrane.
Oh, great. Yeah.
So, excited and look forward to the viewers out there for having that episode in their location. It's going to be exciting. So it should happen in the near future here.
Good.
Now that they've ironed out those wrinkles that they're working on in the background, which is why they're so busy.
Yeah.
But when they told me Cochrane, I was like, hey, I've been working out there for a year and a half, like a lot. So great little town.
Well, I used to be a coffee distributor, so it'd be nice to kind of
tell us about that.
Well, I used to have this company called Kovana Coffee.
Yeah.
Sick name, by the way. It is trademarked, so you can't take it.
Kovana? Say it again.
Kovana.
Kovana Coffee?
Yeah, Kovana Coffee, yeah. So, yeah, we were just a distributor to residential.
How do you spell that?
Covana. Vana.
Coffee?
Yeah. Yeah, this is a couple years ago.
Instagram,
yeah.
Facebook.
So
there you go.
It was great. We had a lot of.
Is that you?
No, this is Kova Coffee. This is a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah. This is not.
Sorry, I thought there was.
No, my website is currently down.
But this is it.
Yeah, click on the Instagram.
Nice logo.
Yeah. And the name took me about 3 months to make.
So this is all you?
Yeah. This is back in the day.
Where are my beans?
Yeah. So we had a competition where it's like you tell us where these beans are and we'll give you a free bag, right?
Awesome. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, you can guess where that is.
Yeah, like with the backdrop. Oh, is that the ring, Harvest Hills?
Yeah. Super.
There's a new one coming, and I'm gonna say it. You know, controversial or not, I don't agree with the new announcement. 2.2 million for a similar ring,
Wasn't that
blue,
one
same
1 million?
color blue. This was more than that. So 2.2 million for a melted ring. It's gonna be a ring like that, same color blue.
I saw a picture of that on
melted.
Instagram. I thought that was a joke.
That was me. I posted it on Instagram.
Yeah, okay,
I
yeah.
shared
I
it.
thought that was a joke, yeah.
And I wrote bad decisions.
Yeah.
Fix every pothole, like,
Yeah.
help out the homeless situation. There's so much that you can do with that. But again, that's just my opinion. If some people out there might love it, but that's just my opinion. I don't agree with the 2.2 million melted ring. I feel like we can do much better with that money. So
Yeah. Should I?
let's actually look at that.
Oh, the blue ring, the melted one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll show it to you right here.
Melted blue ring.
No, that's the original one.
Surprised by reaction. Let's see, where is it?
It was a new one, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Click on that.
No. So I have to say new. Perhaps.
Mute. There we go. Oh, look, this one was 470. 470,000. Price of a house. Not bad.
But that's 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm going to find it.
Melted blue ring. Yeah, should I talk about the experience I had with a client recently, or
No.
No. Still too fresh.
No, not even fresh. It's all confidential. You don't want to talk about
it. Wasn't even a client. Wasn't signed. Wasn't nothing. It was just someone I was showing properties to, and yeah, they freaked out at me for no reason. I would say they got confused because they thought I was setting them up with scam calls. I was not setting them up with scam calls, and they were very upset about that. So sometimes people are unpredictable.
Crazy, I can't find it.
Yeah.
It was a
Are
news
you sure
article.
it wasn't a joke?
No, because it was like the mayor was there with the photo and the artist. It was like in the news.
Maybe it has a different name nowadays. Melted blue ring.
There you
go.
go.
There we go.
I just had to type in the mayor's name as far as so there you go. I was correct. 2.25 million for a melted ring. Where's the photo? There it is. So there's that, and then there's also a ring as well. There's actually a melted ring as well that I saw.
Where's that gonna go?
Calgary mayor said she thinks such pieces are important. It's going to be in downtown. Calgary's downtown cultural arts.
Yeah.
Doesn't say where it's going to be.
But you see how much it weighs? 51,000 pounds. Or kilograms.
112,000 pounds.
Wow.
70 feet.
High. I mean, it
okay, so
cool to look at, but
BMO Center's new plaza.
Oh yeah.
And UK artist Jerry. So it's going to be here. So here's the new rendering. Of what the public art installation will look like at BMO Center's plaza. So it's going to be right there, a splash. But I also saw one with like a melted blue ring as well. 2.2 million.
I mean, don't get me wrong. When you go to like a new city and you see like this amazing art, it does like it's cool, right? But at the same time, I already know what people are going to be saying. It's like, why did they hire a Calgary artist? Why is the money going to the UK? Like that's exactly what they were saying about the original.
Because it
Blue
was
Ring.
like, wasn't he Chilean or something?
Yeah. Art's such a funny thing, isn't it? I mean, but to be fair, the metal cost alone for this art installation would be incredible. I mean, it weighs 51,000 kilograms.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe we should do an episode in front of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Once
There's gonna be protests.
I'll be the first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah.
But still waiting for you viewers to let us know if you have any questions or want to highlight any communities. But what I am kind of shocked by is every week we've seen numbers in the 800s for weekly sales. They dropped a little bit to 700, and I'm really, really surprised to see. Was it 471?
I think it was 450, wasn't it?
I thought it was 471. 451.
451.
Yeah. So that's really low. But again, coming into fall, winter, it's always a little slower.
Yeah.
How many pending?
600.
Currently pending are 602.
Wow. Yeah. And then the actives again, what was it?
2,635. Very low. From 3,500 to 4,000 is a balanced market.
Wait, go to detached homes.
For active?
Yeah, I just want to see like just detached.
1,300.
1300. So that makes about half the amount of like
Yeah.
the active homes. It's kind of funny. It was like, oh, you're thinking of buying a house. You got 1,300 homes to choose from, but it isn't the case. It isn't the case. Like,
Okay, out of those 451, half, 215 were detached.
yeah. Like when you're looking for homes, it's more like you got like 3, 4, 5 maybe that might fit into like what you're looking for specifically. Even though there's 1,300 for sale in Calgary. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm helping a buyer look at an apartment. So we were supposed to look at 5 apartments Saturday morning. And unfortunately, 2 are already conditionally sold, right? I made the appointments today. So the apartment market has been seeing a big spike because that's what's becoming affordable, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully he likes one of them. I like 2 of them. I like when the condo fees include everything except electricity and they're around the 500 mark, which a few are. You'll find the other ones that are like 700-800 a month.
Yeah.
So, all that factors into a mortgage approval process. What are the property taxes? What is the condo fee? What's omitted from the condo fee? So what also on top do you have to allocate for?
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to condos, you also got the doing the condo doc review, and you got the special assessments that might be happening. I mean, sometimes it's good news, sometimes it's not so good news.
No,
but
it's never good news. A special assessment means you have to pay.
Not true. My I sold a property to a client in Okotoks, and since the previous owner paid for the special assessment, and then the condo company sued the builder because there was a problem with the balconies, they were actually getting money back. So now they're getting about 2-3 G's back.
So the new owner is entitled to a refund when the previous owner had paid.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so a very rare instance where it can affect you, but that's because they were successful in getting maybe a not so reputable contracting company to do some work, which is again rare. So
but I feel like that's one of the more common issues with condominiums. Mostly the low rises is the balconies have a lot of issues.
Yeah. Well, balconies in general, I mean, they need maintenance, right?
Yeah.
So having them in sky rises, it can be how are you gonna maintain? Who are you gonna send out? Because it's on you normally, right? As an owner, it's on you for your balcony, right? I mean, so there's a lot of factors when it comes to condos. We should do like special we should do one at maybe my condo that's for sale.
Yeah, definitely. We
it.
should even bring like a condo specialist on. Like
okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I know a few.
That'd be great.
That'd
use.
Be
a good episode. Yeah.
So okay, we'll do that. But looking forward to hoping that you guys give us some some feedback and some properties you might want to know about, a community you might want to know about, a generic question about real estate, or even a question about life here in YYC. Maybe we have viewers in the States,
we have a lot
across
of viewers
Canada.
in the States,
Yeah, so anyone in the States, you got questions, I'm excited and would want to know the differences between us and the United States. There's many differences here between provinces, so what are the difference between, all the different states, right?
Yeah.
So reach out. We hope you guys do, and
thanks for watching.
we'll see you next week.
See you next week.